It's time now for Countywide, a special presentation of Yavapai Broadcasting News. Join Paul David and Brad Miller as they talk with our community's leaders, newsmakers, and people in the know. You'll hear about the hot topics that affect all our lives here in Yavapai County. And now, here's today's Countywide.
Welcome to Countywide. I'm Paul David. Good to have you in studio today. We're going to be talking about a very long horse ride that Sarah Davidson's going to do. Welcome to studio.
Thank you.
Angel Flores here too. Nice to see you in studio.
Hello.
The Rite of Passage, a 2,200-mile ride.
Yes.
Yes. First, I got to ask you why.
It's a childhood dream I had. I always wanted to ride my horse out west and live off the land.
What made you do that though? What spurred something like that into your head?
I was
Curious about that.
I was focusing on a lot of things I thought I was supposed to do. I was in school, and finally, when I figured out that I'm not very good at things that I don't want to do, I started focusing on the things that I wanted to do.
Makes sense.
And when my life was better after that, I just kept thinking of bigger and bigger things to do. And so I just thought, well, I guess I'll do my ride now. Might as well do that before, before it's too late.
Is it on your bucket list? Is that something?
Yeah, it's kind of like I started
right?
my bucket list early.
Right. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a 2,200-mile ride. You got to tell us exactly what this is going to entail now.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Where does it start?
It's going to start at the Yavapai Fairgrounds in
Okay.
Prescott Valley
When?
on April 1st.
Okay.
And then I'm riding to Tails Roundup in Cordis Junction.
Yeah, we have a fundraising event April 3rd through the 6th that she's going to come visit us there.
And she's going to stay there for that. And you are the founder of Tails Horse Rescue.
Correct.
Okay, so
Yep.
we got to make sure we talk about that as well. Okay, so you're going to ride down there for a 3-day event, and take a break there, and then
Yes.
you and your horses will...
And then we're going to head through Four Corners into Colorado, Wyoming, South Dakota, Minnesota, and then we'll end at Wisconsin.
Now, you're from Wisconsin,
Yes.
and you're here. You've been here all winter?
I just got here January 1st.
Well,
yeah.
that's pretty much winter
Yeah,
for them,
so I
because
guess,
it's been
yeah.
pretty brutal up there, so you
Yeah.
missed out on that, but we've had great
Oh,
weather
it
down
got
there.
bad there like as soon as I got here.
Yeah.
So I was like,
So what brought you down to Arizona? Let me ask you that. And how long have you been coming here? A long time?
no, I've never been here in my life.
Okay, so this is the first time in January.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So why did you come down this way?
I was looking for a good place to winter. I'm an equine dental technician,
Okay.
and working on horse teeth in the cold is with metal.
Oh,
it's
man.
it's not something I wanted to do. So
So you came down here,
Yeah.
and you've been taking care of horse teeth and prepping for this huge ride.
yes.
I'm a little jealous. It sounds like a pretty awesome adventure to me. But then I hear from, because I've seen articles about you in the papers now, and you're actually quite popular in the area right now. The Rite of Passage is a big deal. I think a lot of us think about getting on a horse for 2,200 miles and think, there's just no friggin' way we can do something like that. But you're going to do it.
Yeah.
How long is it going to take you? And how you made it sound like such an easy thing. Oh, I'm just going to ride up here.
Because
and
that's
through
how
here
it is in
and
my
through-
head.
Right, right.
It's like it's so normal to be thinking this way.
Uh-huh.
And I think, I know other people, if they approached me with some of their ideas and adventures, I'd be like, okay, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it just seems normal to just go on a ride like this. And
I thought hiking the Grand Canyon was going to be easy at the
Yeah.
age of 18,
Oh,
and it
God.
was not.
Sounds-
It wasn't. Right.
Yeah.
And then that's just the Grand Canyon, and it was just to walk down the Colorado River and back to
Mm-hmm.
the top. Piece of cake, right? It was not a piece of cake. But you are actually going to go 2,200 miles. Now, tell me about the horses, how many you have, and how the trip's going to be broken down.
so I have 3 horses I'm going to take. I'm going to ride one, pack one, and pony one. And then they'll switch out every day.
Okay.
And I'm going to ride up to 20 miles a day because I'm not in a rush to get anywhere. This is for raising awareness and funds for 2 organizations, Make-A-Wish Arizona and Tails. So it's going to take however long it'll take. And I have one of the horses is from Tails Rescue, actually.
Okay.
It's,
Which one's that?
Thor.
Thor.
He's a buckskin, white and black. He's tricolored paint.
Okay.
And he's beautiful. Like, you
Okay.
would never be able to tell he's a rescue horse.
And did you just adopt him recently?
I did.
Okay, so because you've never been
kinda
here
when I
before,
got
so
here.
obviously, yeah,
Yeah.
this year you adopted him.
Yep.
So he's new.
Yes.
How does he take to you?
He's fantastic. He reminds me of my horse I've had for 14 years, except he's like the male version.
Now, the horse you've had
younger.
for 14 years, you said that's the one on your website, the
Right, the black and white
rideofpassage.com.
medicine hat.
And you're standing on it on a beach somewhere.
Cape Cod,
Cape Cod.
Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's you standing on her back, and that's the horse that you've had for 14 years. And then you've got Thor. So is he going to be the pony?
Well, I'll probably start. I haven't really figured out who I want to start riding first. 'Cause
Okay,
they're all
all
doing
right.
really well. I'll probably start on Indigo, the black and white medicine hat, just because, I know her the best. But the other mare is a BLM Mustang, and she was donated from a woman in Kingman, Arizona.
Okay.
And she is kind of the strong-willed leader that will face things that the other horses may not. Like the other horses have more playful personalities and they're curious, which are good personalities to have in doing something like this. But this horse is kind of like the fearless leader. So if I get in a bind, I feel like she's going to help me lead the other horses through different obstacles.
Like what kind of obstacles would a horse like that be good for?
Cars, loud noises.
Traffic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of people. Anything that would normally scare horses, things that are flapping, like just simple stuff like litter along the way, like a plastic bag.
Something that moves real fast, catches
Right.
their eye, makes them
Yeah.
nervous.
These aren't the horses that are gonna like start bucking and spooking at everything.
I saw a woman walking her horse along I-17 the other day going home with traffic, and there was a semi going past her. And I thought, oh my God, that is so crazy. Why would you do something like that? And at first I thought it was maybe you out there just kind of conditioning a horse to traffic. And so I asked you about that when you got here. Of course, that wasn't you. Let's switch gears again. Let's find out a little bit about Tails Horse Rescue. Tell me about that. When did that start, Angel?
In 2006, we
Okay.
received our nonprofit status, and it kind of started similar to Sarah's dream. I had a dream to help horses and, bring awareness to the industry of, the neglect and abuse and things like that with horses. And so I found a group of people that were like-minded, and we kind of ran with it. And, we've gotten horses from the Premarin industry, some of the PMU mares and foals, and we've had horses from, backyards and, livestock officers, and we have tried to incorporate our horses giving back to the community. Once they're, rehabbed, they come in with whatever ailment they might have, whether it be health or emotional. Once they're rehabilitated, we try and incorporate them into sort of like therapy horses. They can connect with a person that has kind of a similar background, abuse or whatever it may be. And we just, time after time, it's amazing to me to see the connection between this 1,200-pound horse and a tiny kid, that goes out there.
How many do you have?
Currently, we have 16 horses.
Okay, so somebody just picks up the phone if they've got a horse that's been abused or neglected or whatever, give you a call and say, hey, can you take this horse? And you can.
Yeah, and if we can't take it, or if our numbers are at capacity, then we always try and help rehome. There's a big network of horse rescues in Arizona, and we'll send out an email, hey, there's this horse that needs help. And so we do a lot of placement that way as well.
Awesome. Okay. So, Sarah, you're trying to raise $10,000, at least $10,000 for Make-A-Wish Foundation to make a child's wish come true. And then you're also trying to raise $30,000 for Tails Horse Rescue. So that's $40,000 you're hoping to raise. I think you'll do it.
I
you'll
think
do
so
it.
too.
All right. Yeah, I think you will. Let's take a break, okay? But more information on the ride is therideofpassage.com. I'm Paul David. This is Countywide, and we'll be back in just a couple minutes.
Listen now, can you hear the bluebirds? Oh, look up now, can you feel the sun? Oh, 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 can you feel the sun?
All right. I know this isn't any fun to talk about, but we should. Okay. So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice.
And I'll try to get the generator going without any gas.
Oh, let's not forget the cell phones, which probably won't work.
Right.
And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
Well, I think we couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Welcome back to Countywide. I'm Paul David. Great to have you in studio today. The Rite of Passage, Sarah Davidson in studio today, as well as Angel Flory with Tails Horse Rescue out of Cordes Lakes, right?
No, we are in Chino Valley.
Chino
we have
Valley.
2 locations.
Chino Valley. Oh, the event is in Cordes Lakes. then.
Correct. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, Chino Valley. All right. All right. I want you to get a little more detailed with me on this horse ride, because we've all watched westerns and we see them out there on the trail, and it looks like so much fun. At least it does to me. And I'm a big Western fan, and I think to myself how fun that would be. And like I said, I'm a little jealous that you get to spend, I don't know, how long is it going to take, do you think?
6 months.
6 months.
take
At
about
least
6
6 months.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's going to be a really long ride. The main thing I'm concerned about is being bored. It's going to be long days of riding all day or walking or whatever. I'm just going to be moving all day.
But it's only 20 miles, too.
Yeah.
You know, but so you're bored because you're on the riding all day,
Yeah.
but you're only going to be getting 20 miles a day. It's just
Right.
such a
So it's
small
like,
amount.
hey, do you want to come hang out for a while?
Yeah, that's like from here to Sedona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know that people are going to join up. People have already started joining up. And they can join for like a few hours or a day or a weekend, or if they want to do half of the ride with me, they can do that. And I think for like food and water and everything, we are putting together a committee for like the road crew. So I'll probably end up packing some food on my pack horse, like alfalfa cubes or something. And there will be like checkpoints where I'll pick up more cubes, or people are going to donate hay. Like I've already been getting calls like, are you coming my way? Because I can put you up for the night and I'll feed you. And
It's exciting.
yeah, I mean, it's just, there's going to be I just know that there's going to be so many people helping that,
So somebody could ride with you,
oh yeah.
ride
for
right
sure.
alongside you. So
Yeah,
you.
come talk to me.
It reminds me of the Forrest Gump scene where he's got all those joggers behind him and he's jogging
That's
down the road.
the second time that, yeah, because.
Yeah, I picture
yeah.
you just having all these people on horseback riding with you and
I
showing
would
your
love
support.
that. I would
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
So how are you going about? Do you have like different kind of fundraisers along the route that you'll be doing, or
You know, the.
people can donate to the website? I imagine. Right.
Right, yeah,
Okay.
well, we're still fine-tuning the PayPal thing. I'm not very tech savvy, and we're kind of all trying to figure everything out as we go for the website.
Right.
But yes, that will be an option hopefully within the next few days. Other than that, fundraising along the way, we're definitely fundraising along the way. That's the 6 months that we're really counting on getting all that money. I haven't worked out details yet as to where I'll set up like certain fundraising events, but as soon as this weekend's event is over, it's all about the ride. So
I imagine there'll probably be people that contact you on the route as well that'll say, hey, we've got this event planned around your ride. Do you think you'll be here in time for it? Type of thing. So maybe that'll
Right.
happen too as well.
right, yeah, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be surprised.
Have you ever done something like this before? Long rides?
Not a 2,200-mile ride.
Okay.
I did a short one in Wisconsin.
Well, what's short for you?
Like really short. It was like it was supposed to be 160 miles both ways, so
That
they're
sounds
back.
like a long ride.
But it didn't pan out. Like I got really bored. It was like a problem. I left 3 days late. I was supposed to be somewhere by a certain date, and I thought, oh, I'll just ride my horse there. I had to make a course that I was taking, and so I actually sewed up, and I did it bareback too, because I love bareback riding. And so I sewed up some bags and put some stuff in it, like a little tent, and I just got on my horse and just started riding, and it was just kind of a test to see like, if people would acknowledge me, maybe like help take care of me. I never asked anybody if I could stay at their house. All I ever asked when I saw people was if they knew of where I could stay. I brought Cliff Bars, and I had like all these packs of water all over me. And then my horse just ate grass along the way. I would stop and we would break, she'd graze, and then we were in Wisconsin, so there's water everywhere.
Right.
So like we'd go to ditches and things like that, and or people would bring out buckets of water, and my horse only drank twice a day. It was like a natural thing. I know they do that in the wild, but my horse just picked that up right away. She'd drink in the morning, and I would offer her water all day long, and she would never drink it until night. Yeah.
Really? That's a horse trait that they drink twice a day?
Yeah, because they're always traveling for food, and so there's like, they know where the water is, but you know, they don't hang around it all day because they go find like better food.
Oh.
So they come back and they drink. I mean, that's a generalization, but that's usually how it is.
So so you're doing this little ride that you're kind of testing out to see what you think about it, and we know you get bored. We got that one. You definitely get bored. And I can see why that would happen. I mean, you're out there on horseback and
talking to yourself.
But you are going to see parts of you'll be seeing parts of the country you've never seen before, because you're going through Wyoming, you said?
Well, I used to live in eastern Wyoming.
Okay.
I know South Dakota and Wyoming because I used to live there.
Okay.
Minnesota, I've lived there too. But Colorado, I've never been there. I've never been to Arizona. This is my first time. And I really want to get Four Corners. That was one of the reasons that I came here too, is for my ride I wanted to get to Four Corners. So, you know, that I'm going to see, there's going to be mountains in Colorado. I haven't dealt with mountains a lot, so that's going to be interesting too.
What are you doing to kind of condition yourself? Oh, wait, I'm going to go back. You took that one ride. What kind of people did you encounter that helped you out? Give me a couple of quick stories.
Basically, like, I ended up having, my route was through the Menominee Reservation in Wisconsin. And so on the way up, people waved a lot, so I started looking at the ground because I was tired of waving. So like that was one thing. So I was like this all day, and I loved it and I enjoyed it. But there was a lot of waving, and when I got to the Menominee Reservation, that was like the cool part because I was told not to go there. People said it was very dangerous, but like I couldn't go around it because I didn't have time. So I got to the reservation and I get into Kashina, the southern part, and like people started like pulling over and talking to me, and as I headed into Neopet, like the cops actually stopped me and they're like, "So what are you doing here?" And I was just like, "Oh, I'm just riding my horse through," and they're like, "Well, you can't stay here. You know, this is Indian land or whatever, and you can't stay here." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So then I was like, oh God, I have to ride like 40 miles to get off this reservation.
Okay.
But whatever, I mean, that's just, you just take what you get. And so I didn't complain, and they would check up on me along the way, which was amazing. I mean, I'm sure they were concerned, but I appreciated it, you know. And so I ended up befriending some of the police officers, and then a young girl, she like drove past me in this real long black car, and then she came back and she's like, "Hey, does your horse need water?" It was the first place that I was actually offered a place to stay instead of having to ask, "Do you know where I could stay?"
The place you're supposed to avoid wound up helping you the most.
Oh, they brought me Gatorade. I went into Neopet, and like all the kids and all the people started coming out of their houses. And it was amazing. Like,
and this was just kind of a test ride. Cool. I'm going to go take a little ride and see what happens.
Yep.
All right, well, I bet you run into a lot of that on this trip.
Oh, yeah.
You'll have plenty of time for that. And the word will spread, I'm sure, very quickly. Let's take another break already. Right. Sarah Davidson in studio today, Angel Flory, too, with Tails Horse Rescue. Sarah is actually taking a ride. She's trying to raise $10,000 for Make-A-Wish and then $30,000 for Tails Horse Rescue. The rideofpassage.com is the website. It's got pretty much all the information you need to know there. I'm Paul David. This is Countywide. We'll be back in just a couple minutes.
A single ember from a wildfire can travel over a mile. That ember can ignite and destroy your home or community. You can't control where that ember will land. Only what happens before it does. Visit fireadapted.org to learn how you can help protect your community from wildfires.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
Look at me. Hey.
Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Welcome back to Countywide. I'm Paul David. Great to have you in studio today. We've got just a couple minutes left of the program. Now, there are several events coming up this weekend that are going to benefit both the Make-A-Wish Foundation and then the Tails Horse Rescue. They both start at 10 a.m. Saturday and Sunday, Yavapai County Fairgrounds in Prescott Valley.
Yes.
What's going to be going on?
We have vendors, we have equine clinician presentations, horse events for all ages, including bareback barrels and magazine race and bubblegum race. And then we have a dinner by Puerto Vallarta restaurant and a concert by the band South of Winslow and Eagles Tribute Band.
Okay.
And then on Sunday we have equisoccer, tack swap, both days, and then a tack and horse auction Sunday.
Horse soccer, huh?
Yes.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Do the horses move the ball or do people
Yes,
move the
it's
ball?
a
Really?
big giant soccer ball, and the horses move it.
I never knew horses liked to play until I saw it once on TV.
Oh, yeah.
They showed the horses playing with toys.
That's how
in them.
Thor is.
Oh, yeah.
Thor's a player, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So when do you head off? April 1st you start?
Yes.
And you hope to be there 6 months later in Wisconsin.
Yes.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you
for sure.
very much.
Sarah, thanks for coming in. Angel Flory, her number for more information about the Tails Horse Rescue is 928-499-4552. And then I've got your number too, is 920-277-3838. That's today's Countywide. I'm Paul David. We'll talk to you again next time.